Hello everybody, welcome back to the fifth week. This week we will be studying Unit 5. Unit 5 includes topics such as describing people and things. We will also be talking about the weather. Okay, let's start with page 35. We have the vocabulary. There are 12 pairs of vocabulary this week, so there will be a total of 24 words. Let's start with number 1. We have tall and short. One person is tall and the other is short. Number 2, we have young and old. One person is young, the other person is old. Number 3, we have heavy and thin. Another choice for heavy is fat, but that is often considered rude, offensive. So people prefer to use the word heavy instead of fat. Heavy, fat, or thin. Okay, now how about number 4? Number 4 are cars. One car is new and another car is old. So number 4, new and old. Number 5, we have 3 people. 2 of them are married. They are married and the man is single. So we have married and single. Number 6, we have 2 men. One of them is handsome. The other is ugly. Number 6, handsome and ugly. Okay, number 7, we have 2 women. One of them is beautiful, or another word could be pretty, and ugly. One of them is beautiful, the other is ugly. With number 6 and number 7, it is personal taste. Who you think is handsome and which man is ugly, or which woman is pretty and which woman is ugly. That is your personal taste. We will talk more about that later on. Number 8, we have 2 dogs. One dog is big or large, and the other dog is small or little. So we have a big or large dog and a small or little dog. Number 9, we have some neighbors. One neighbor is noisy, or another word is loud. Noisy, loud. The other neighbor is quiet. Quiet. Number 10, we have some jewelry. Necklaces. One of them, $, is expensive. A lot of money, expensive. The other is cheap. Cheap. Another word could be inexpensive. Expensive, inexpensive. We will talk more about that again in future examples. Number 11, we have a boy studying, I think. Now, this is not to describe the boy, but to describe the test or the question. One of them is easy. The other is difficult. Easy, difficult, the test. And finally, we have number 12, 2 men. One man is rich. he has a lot of money, and the other man is poor. Rich and poor. All right, let's move on to page 36 and look at some questions and answers with this vocabulary. Before we start with the questions on page 36, let's have a look at the sentence structure using adjectives, the describing words. For example, I'm tall, which is true. I am tall. He's tall. She's tall. It's tall. We are tall. You are tall. They're tall. So let's have a look at the first example. We have Bob and Bill. Is Bob tall or short? Is Bob tall or short? Answer: he's tall. Is Bill tall or short? He's short. So Bob is tall and Bill is short. All right then, we have 22 questions over page 36 and 37. I will read the questions for you, give you a chance to answer the questions on your own, and then I will read you the answers. Number 1. Is Kate young or old? Is Kate young or old? Number 2. Is Peggy young or old? Is Peggy young or old? Number 3. We have Howard and Mike. Is Howard heavy or thin? Is Howard heavy or thin? Number 4. Is Mike fat or thin? Is Mike fat or thin? Number 5 and 6, we have Howard's car and Mike's car. Number 5. Is Howard's car new or old? Is Howard's car new or old? Number 6. Is Mike's car new or old? Is Mike's car new or old? Number 7 and 8 is Gloria and Jennifer. Number 7. Is Gloria married or single? Is Gloria married or single? Number 8. Is Jennifer married or single? Is Jennifer married or single? On page 37, number 9 and 10, we have Robert and Captain Crook. Number 9. Is Robert handsome or ugly? Is Robert handsome or ugly? And number 10. Is Captain Crook handsome or ugly? Is Captain Crook handsome or ugly? I mentioned before that this is about your personal taste, so either answer could be correct. It's up to you. Same with number 11 and 12, Vanessa and Hilda. Number 11, is Vanessa beautiful or ugly? Is Vanessa beautiful or ugly? Number 12, is Hilda pretty or ugly? Is Hilda pretty or ugly?
Number 13, we have Robert's house and George's apartment. Number 13, is Robert's house large or small? Is Robert's house large or small? Number 14, is George's apartment big or little? Is George's apartment big or little? Number 15 and 16, we have Kate's neighbors and Peggy's neighbors. Number 15, are Kate's neighbors noisy or quiet? Are Kate's neighbors noisy or quiet? Number 16, are Peggy's neighbors loud or quiet? Are Peggy's neighbors loud or quiet? Number 17, we are looking at food from Plaza Restaurant and Burger Town. Number 17, is the food at the Plaza Restaurant expensive or cheap? Is the food at the Plaza Restaurant expensive or cheap? Number 18, is the food at Burger Town expensive or cheap? Is the food at Burger Town expensive or cheap? Number 19, we have questions in Chapter 5 that we are studying right now, and then Chapter 17 at the end of the book. Number 19, are the questions in Chapter 5 easy or difficult? Are the questions in Chapter 5 easy or difficult? Number 20, are the questions in Chapter 17 easy or difficult? Are the questions in Chapter 17 easy or difficult? Number 21 and 22, we have Marvin and Larry. 21, is Marvin rich or poor? Is Marvin rich or poor? And 22, is Larry rich or poor? Is Larry rich or poor? Okay, do your best to answer those questions, and next I will give you the answers. Let's have a look at the answers together. Number 1, Kate and Peggy. Is Kate young or old? Looking at the two pictures, Kate is definitely younger than Peggy, so the answer is she is young. Number 1, is Kate young or old? She is young. She's young. Number 2, is Peggy young or old? The opposite, she's old. Number 2, Peggy is old. She's old. Number 3 and 4 is Howard and Mike. Number 3, is Howard heavy or thin? He is heavy. He's heavy. Number 4, is Mike fat or thin? He's thin. Number 5 and 6 are Howard's car and Mike's car. Number 5, is Howard's car new or old? It's new. It is new. Or his car is new. Number 6, is Mike's car new or old? It's old. It is old. His car is old. Number 7, is Gloria married or single? Well, we can see Gloria with her partner, so the answer would be she's married. She's married. Number 8, is Jennifer married or single? Well, Jennifer is on her own, so I guess she's single. Jennifer is single. Number 9 and 10, Robert and Captain Crook. Is Robert handsome or ugly? Well, Robert is not my type, but I think the answer is he is handsome. He's handsome. And number 10, is Captain Crook handsome or ugly? He's ugly, I think is the answer. He looks more interesting, more fashionable maybe than Robert, but I believe the answer is he is ugly. Number 11 and number 12, Vanessa and Hilda. Is Vanessa beautiful or ugly? She is beautiful. Again, not my type, but the answer is she's beautiful. Number 12, is Hilda pretty or ugly? Is Hilda pretty or ugly? The answer, she is ugly. Maybe that's just the makeup. Her hat makes her ugly, but that is the answer. Number 13 and 14, we have Robert's house, George's apartment. Number 13, is Robert's house large or small? Is Robert's house large or small? It's large. It's a very large house. Number 14, is George's apartment big or little? It's little. It's a little apartment. Number 15, are Kate's neighbors noisy or quiet? They are noisy. They are shouting. They are noisy. Number 16, are Peggy's neighbors loud or quiet? They're quiet. They are quiet. Number 17, is the food at the Plaza restaurant expensive or cheap? It's expensive. Served on a plate with knife, fork, spoon, it looks expensive. Number 18, is the food at Burger Town expensive or cheap? It's cheap. Not all burgers are cheap, but served in a cardboard box, it looks like takeaway food. It's cheap. Number 19, are the questions in Chapter 5 easy or difficult? Are the questions in Chapter 5 easy or difficult? They are easy. For him, he has 2 checks, a perfect score. Number 20, are the questions in Chapter 17 easy or difficult? They are difficult. He doesn't know how to answer. They are difficult. And the last 2, number 21, is Marvin rich or poor? He is rich. He has lots of money. And number 2, is Larry rich or poor? He's poor. His pockets are empty. He has no money. Very good. All right then. This week there will be another Flipgrid video, so I'll be asking you to make some of your own questions, so I look forward to seeing them. Let's move on to page 38 and look at some more examples using adjectives. Page 38. Tell me about. So first, let's have a look at the sentence structures. The question, am I tall? or he, she, it? Is he tall? Is she tall? And we, you, they. Are we tall? Are you tall? Are they tall? And the answers? Yes, I am. Yes, he is. Yes, she is. Yes, it is. Yes, we are. Yes, you are. And yes, they are. Or no. No, I'm not. No, he isn't. No, she isn't. No, we aren't. No, you aren't. No, they aren't. Here we have 3 examples of people asking questions to each other. In the first example, are you married? No, I'm not. I'm single. Quite a personal question to ask somebody, but maybe they've met each other quite often. There we go. The next example, tell me about your new car. Is it large? No, it isn't. It's small. And the third example, tell me about your new neighbors. Are they quiet? No, they aren't. They are noisy. So, with the question word and the answer word are opposites. Married, single. Large, small. Quiet, noisy. Let's have a look at number 1. Tell me about your computer. Is it new? No, it isn't. It's old. So we know the question adjective is new, and the answer is no, so the opposite would be old. Tell me about your new computer. Is it, computer, is it new? No, it isn't. It's old. Okay, I will read the questions for number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll check the answers together. Number 2. Tell me about your new boss. Is he young? Tell me about your new boss. Is he young? Number 3. Tell me about your neighbors. Are they noisy? Tell me about your neighbors. Are they noisy? Number 4. Tell me about the Plaza restaurant. Is it cheap? Tell me about the Plaza restaurant. Is it cheap? Number 5. Tell me about your brother. Is he tall? Tell me about your brother. Is he tall? Number 6. Tell me about your sister. Is she single? Tell me about your sister. Is she single? Number 7. Tell me about Nancy's cat. Is it pretty? Tell me about Nancy's cat. Is it pretty? Number 8. Tell me about Ron and Betty's dog. Is it little? Tell me about Ron and Betty's dog. Is it little? Number 9. Tell me about the questions in your English book. Are they difficult? Tell me about the questions in your English book. Are they difficult? And number 10. Tell me about Santa Claus. Is he thin? Tell me about Santa Claus. Is he thin? Very good. Now let's have a look at the answers together. Tell me about your new boss. Is he young? No, he isn't. He's old. No, he isn't. He is old. Number 3. Tell me about your neighbors. Are they noisy? No, they aren't. They are quiet. No, they aren't. They are quiet. Number 4. Tell me about the Plaza restaurant. Is it cheap? No, it isn't. It's expensive. No, it isn't. It's expensive. Number 5. Tell me about your brother. Is he tall? No, he isn't. He is short. No, he isn't. He's short. Number 6. Tell me about your sister. Is she single? No, she isn't. She's married. No, she isn't. She's married. Number 7. Tell me about Nancy's cat. Is it pretty? No, it isn't. It's ugly. No, it isn't. It's ugly. Number 8. Tell me about Ron and Betty's dog. Is it little? No, it isn't. It's large. No, it isn't. It's large. Number 9. Tell me about the questions in your English book. Are they difficult? No, they aren't. They are easy. No, they aren't. They are easy. And number 10. Tell me about Santa Claus. Is he thin? No, he isn't. He's fat. No, he isn't. He is fat. Excellent. Well done. Let's move on to the next page. How's the weather today? Let's have a look at some vocabulary for talking about the weather. First, sunny. It's sunny. Next, cloudy. It's cloudy. And then, raining. It's raining. And the last one, snowing. It's snowing. The next 4 words are to describe temperature. Temperature. It's hot. It's warm. It's cool. And it's cold. So, in Korea today, how's the weather? Well, now it is evening time, so it is not really sunny. It's cloudy. And it's cool. It is cool at night. But in the daytime, it was warm. It's warm in the daytime. It's cool in the evening. It's cold at night. On page 41, we are introduced to a conversation, having a terrible vacation because the weather is terrible. So we will use the weather vocabulary to practice this conversation. Let's look at page 41. Hi, Jack. This is Jim. I'm calling from Miami. From Miami? What are you doing in Miami? I'm on vacation. How's the weather in Miami? Is it sunny? No, it isn't. It's raining. Is it hot? No, it isn't. It's cold. Are you having a good time? No, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time. The weather is terrible here. I'm sorry to hear that. In the middle of the page, there is the model of the dialogue, and then at the bottom of the page, there are 2 examples for you to practice with. After practicing, you can make your own conversation. Let's have a look at example 1. Hi, student. This is Mr. Houghton. I'm calling from British Columbia. From British Columbia? What are you doing in British Columbia? I'm on vacation. How's the weather in British Columbia? Is it cool? No, it isn't. It's warm. Is it snowing? No, it isn't. It's raining. Are you having a good time? No, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time. The weather is terrible here. I'm sorry to hear that. Why is the vacation terrible? British Columbia is in Canada and it is famous for skiing. If the weather is warm and there is no snow, then you can't ski. That would make a terrible vacation. Let's have a look at example 2. Hi student, this is Mr. Houghton. I'm calling from Tahiti. From Tahiti? What are you doing in Tahiti? I'm on vacation. How's the weather in Tahiti? Is it hot? No, it isn't. It's cold. Is it sunny? No, it isn't. It's cloudy. Are you having a good time? No, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time. The weather is terrible here. I'm sorry to hear that. In this example, Tahiti is tropical. It should be always hot and sunny. But it's cold and cloudy, so it's a terrible vacation. Let's have a look at example 1. Hi student, this is Mr. Houghton. I'm calling from British Columbia. From British Columbia? What are you doing in British Columbia? I'm on vacation. How's the weather in British Columbia? Is it cool? No, it isn't. It's warm. Is it snowing? No, it isn't. It's raining. Are you having a good time? No, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time. The weather is terrible here. I'm sorry to hear that. Why is the vacation terrible? British Columbia is in Canada and it is famous for skiing. If the weather is warm and there is no snow, then you can't ski. That would make a terrible vacation. Let's have a look at example 2. Hi student, this is Mr. Houghton. I'm calling from Tahiti. From Tahiti? What are you doing in Tahiti? I'm on vacation. How's the weather in Tahiti? Is it hot? No, it isn't. It's cold. Is it sunny? No, it isn't. It's cloudy. Are you having a good time? No, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time. The weather is terrible here. I'm sorry to hear that. In this example, Tahiti is tropical. It should be always hot and sunny. But it's cold and cloudy, so it's a terrible vacation. Very good. Let's move on to the next page. Page 42 and 43 gives us a reading activity. There is a family on vacation, and the mother of the family is writing a letter to her mother. It starts with, Dear Mother. Dear Mother, I'm writing from our hotel at Sludge Beach. Ralph and I are here on vacation with the children for a few days. We are happy to be here, but to tell the truth, we are having a few problems. The weather isn't very good. In fact, it's cold and cloudy. Right now, I'm looking out the window, and it's raining cats and dogs. The children aren't very happy. In fact, they are bored, and they are having a terrible time. Right now, they are sitting on the bed, playing tic-tac-toe and watching TV. The restaurants here are expensive, and the food isn't very good. In fact, Ralph is at the clinic right now. He's having problems with his stomach. All the other hotels here are beautiful and new. Our hotel is ugly, and it's very, very old. In fact, right now, a repair person is fixing the bathroom sink. So, Mother, we're having a few problems here at Sludge Beach, but we're happy. We're happy to be on vacation, and we're happy to be together. See you soon. Love, Ethel. Oh dear, not a very happy vacation, but they're happy to be together, so that's positive. Let's have a look at the reading checkup. True or false? Number 1. The weather is beautiful. True or false? The weather is beautiful. Number 2. The children are happy. The children are happy. True or false? Number 3. The children are watching TV. True or false? The children are watching TV. Number 4. The restaurants are cheap. True or false? Number 5. Ralph is at the hotel right now. True or false? Ralph is at the hotel right now. Number 6. Their hotel is old. True or false? Their hotel is old. Number 7. A repair person is fixing the window. True or false? A repair person is fixing the window. And number 8. Ethel is watching the cats and dogs. True or false? Ethel is watching the cats and dogs. Excellent. That's the reading activity. The next activity on page 43 is a listening activity. You have to listen and choose the correct answer. And then there is another listening activity with true or false. So the first activity, what's the answer? Number 1. What's the answer? Tell me about your apartment. Tell me about your apartment. Number 2. Tell me about your new car. Tell me about your new car. Number 3. Tell me about your neighbors. Tell me about your neighbors. Number 4. How's the weather? How's the weather? Number 5. Tell me about your hotel. Tell me about your hotel. And number 6. How's the food at the restaurant? How is the food at the restaurant? Okay, let's check the answers. So you have 2 choices. You're choosing the correct or the best answer. Number 1, tell me about your apartment. It's large. A, it's large. Heavy would not be for buildings. All buildings are heavy, I think. The answer is A, it's large. Number 2, tell me about your new car. The answer? B, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful car. I wouldn't usually use the word beautiful for a car, but anyhow, married is not correct. Cars do not get married. Number 3, tell me about your neighbors. Neighbors. The answer? A, they are quiet. B is about the weather. Sunny. So the answer must be A, my neighbors are quiet. Number 4, how's the weather? Number 4, how's the weather? It's warm. It's warm. It's young. The weather is young. Not appropriate. Age and weather do not go together. It's warm is the answer. B. And number 5, tell me about your hotel. The answer, it's small. It is small. Easy, the opposite difficult, not appropriate for a hotel. And the last one, number 6. How's the food at the restaurant? How is the food? Answer. A. It's good. It's good food. B. Raining is weather, not food. Okay, the second listening activity is a conversation between Louise and Betty. Louise and Betty. Your job is to listen to the conversation and then choose if it's true or false. I will read the conversation for you. Bring, 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 bring. Hello? Hello, is this Betty? Yes, it is. Hi, Betty. This is Louise. I'm calling from Mud Beach. From Mud Beach? Yes, I'm on vacation in Mud Beach for a few days. Okay, let's try that again. Bring, 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 bring. Hello? Hello, is this Betty? Yes, it is. Hi, Betty. This is Louise. I'm calling from Mud Beach. From Mud Beach? Yes, I'm on vacation in Mud Beach for a few days. How's the weather in Mud Beach? It's terrible. It's cold and it's cloudy. Cold and cloudy? What a shame. How's the hotel? The hotel is terrible. It's old, it's noisy, and the rooms are very small. I'm sorry to hear that. Tell me about the restaurants. The restaurants in Mud Beach are expensive and the food isn't very good. In fact, I'm having problems with my stomach. What a shame. So, Louise, what are you doing? I'm sitting in my room and watching TV. I'm not having a very good time. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks for listening. Bye. Bye. Okay, hopefully you can figure out who is Louise and who is Betty. Let's have a look at the questions. True or false? Number 1, Louise is calling Betty. Is that true or false? Louise is calling Betty. That is true. She says, "Hi, Betty, this is Louise." Louise is calling Betty. Louise is at Mud Beach. Number 2, the weather is hot and sunny. The weather is hot and sunny. That is false. Very false. It's terrible. It's cold and cloudy. Number 2 is false. Number 3, the hotel is old. That is true. The hotel is old. Not good. And the rooms are noisy. Number 4, the food is very good. True or false? The food is very good. That is false. In fact, she's having problems with her stomach. The food is not good. And the last one, number 5, Louise is watching TV. Is it true or false? It's true. Yes, she is in her room and she is watching TV. Well done. That is the end of page 43. The last page, page 44, is about pronunciation. Yes/no questions with or. I have tried to model this throughout the unit. This gives you a more detailed idea of the pattern, the rhythm of the sentence or question. Let's have a look together. Is Bob tall or short? The first adjective, we have a rising intonation. Is Bob tall or short? Is Bob tall or short? Next, is Kate young or old? Is Kate young or old? Is Kate young or old? Are they noisy or quiet? Are they noisy or quiet? And the last one, is it hot or cold? Is it hot or cold? Okay, how about the next 4 sentences? Is the car new or old? Is the car new or old? Are you married or single? Is it sunny or cloudy? Are they large or small? So this is a pronunciation skill for you to practice. It's very similar to asking a yes-no question with only one choice. Are you tall? Are you hungry? Are you a student? We have the rising intonation. But when there is a choice, or, it goes up and then down. Are you a student or a teacher? Are you hungry or full? Are you having a good time or bored? Okay, there are lots of questions you could make. That is the end of Unit 5. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that study. There will be a Flipgrid video coming soon with some questions for you to answer, and I will also invite you to ask me a couple of questions. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.